Welcome everyone to question number 4, stack using two queues. Just have a quick look at the question and we'll be discussing the approach soon. But before that, if you have any doubts, don't forget to leave a comment below and also don't forget to subscribe our channel. If you have any extra email IDs, please do subscribe our channel. It will be very helpful for the growth of the channel. So let's go into the approach. Coming to the approach, we always have to understand the meaning of the question before that. Okay, coming to the meaning of the question is saying we have to use queues. We have to use queues, but the output should be in the format of stack. Okay, what I mean is these are the operations we have as an input to push, then we are pushing t, then we are popping, and then after again pushing for and we are popping. Now if you see this output, the output is 3 4. Okay, let's do the same operation and let's see the difference between queues and stack. Okay, now we will be using the stack method. Directly we're going to use stack here. Okay, directly we're going to use stack. Okay, we also need output in the form of stack output only. Okay, so if you use stack method, then 2 is there and 3 has come. Okay, now in we are popping it. If we pop the element, okay, after popping, this is the first input we have. After popping the 3, okay, in the stack operation we always pop the last element. Now 3 has gone. Okay, now we are pushing 4. Now again we are popping. Okay, here we have popped 3. Okay, now again we are going to pop this. Here we are going to pop 4 here. After 3, 4 has been popped, and this will be the output. Okay, this is the output of the stack method. Okay, this is the output of the stack method, but we have to do the same using the queue data structure. Now how can we do that is a hidden treasure in this question. Okay, that's the only thing you have to figure it out. How can we do the stack method using queues only? Okay, that is very simple here. In this case, what we have to do is we have to reverse the input here. Okay, we have to reverse it. Now before the pop operation we have two pushes, right? Now this is using stacks here, which is very convenient for us. Okay, which is very convenient. We can use directly the stack operation. We can pop the starting element, I mean the last element itself. Okay, but if we use queues, the starting element will be removed. Okay, the starting element will be popped always. So now we are going to reverse it. Okay, now if we reverse this 2 3 at the starting of the pop, this is the first pop. Now we are reversing it. So 2 3 was there earlier. Now we are reversing it. Now it will become 3 and 2. Now if we use queue operation here, okay, we have to use two queues here according to the question. I'm also explaining that only. If we use queue here, now after reversing, we can pop it very easily. Okay, the starting element is popped. After reversing, the element which we need come to the earlier stage only, so we can pop it. So this will be 3, and after popping 3, now 2 is remaining inside the queue data structure. Now again we are pushing 4 here. Now after 3 has been removed, we pushed 4. Now there are 2 and 4. And remember, before every pop operation, we have to reverse it. Now 2, 4 are present. Now we will reverse it. After reversing, 4 and 2 will be there. Okay. Now 4, 2 has been reversed. Now if we use the queue operation here directly and pop the starting element, which is 4 here, and 4 will be coming here. So this is the basic logic behind the question. We just have to simply reverse the push elements and then we use pop operation. Okay, using queue data structures only. Using queue data structures, we have to push and then we have to reverse it. Then again, after using queue data structure, we have to pop it. Okay, this is the basic understanding of the question. I hope you have understood till this part. We still haven't understood. Let's go into the step-by-step method of this input, and we are going to use two queues in this. I have mentioned the rules on the right side here, and we are going to use those same rules to use two queues and get our output in a stack format. Okay, now we're going to use the same example, that is mention the input, and we'll be doing this element by element wise so everyone can understand this question. Okay, now let's start with the push operation of 2. Okay, now the push condition here is we have to push everything to q2, and remember the final output of the result will be stored in q1. Q1 will be used to pop the elements, okay, for the pop operation function in the question given. Okay, for now follow the rules, push to q2 whatever element comes. Now we have pushed it to q2, 2 has come here. Now after that we have to check the second rule. If any elements are present inside the q1, as mentioned, if any elements are present, then we have to push that elements to q2 also. Since there are no elements, no, we don't have to follow the second rule. Okay, now the third rule is saying q1 will be equal to q2 and q2 will be equal to q1. Simply here we are exchanging whatever elements are there in either side. Okay, so if we exchange this, remember, if we exchange this final statement, always q2 will be empty and all the elements will be appended to q1 only. Okay, so now q1 becomes q2. Let's follow this example and change the elements here. Now 2 will be entering to q1 here, so let's just do that thing. Okay, now 2 has come to q1 at the end of the row. Okay, now take another element. Okay, 2 has been done. Now we're taking 3. Now 3 we have to push it. Now follow the rules again. We're going to push that 3 to q2. Now 3 has come to q2. Fine. Now second, check q1 if any elements are present. Yes, inside the q1 queue we have elements present. Now we're going to push it to the q2. And remember, we are going to use queue data structure here. So we will push whatever element comes first to the queue, we are going to pop it. Okay, since only one element is there, we're going to pop that element, and that element will be entered into the q2 now. Okay, now 2 is gone from there and went to the q2. Now the third rule also will be applied, and in the third rule you can see q1 will become q2 and q2 will become q1. Since q1 is empty, and now q2 will be the new empty queue and q1 will become q2. So let us remove those elements here. Okay, now let us remove the elements. 2 3 have been vanished, and remember we are using the queue data structure here. So the 3 will be popped first because the 3 was the element that was earlier present. So 3 is popped here, so 3 will enter first, then 2 will enter here. Okay, now this is the final output after 2 3 has been entered. Now let's continue towards the pop operation here. Let's continue towards the pop operation, and pop operation saying we have to pop one element. Now all elements are present inside the q1. Now the pop function will take place. Now if you look carefully, 3 2 is the output that we have. I mean the reversed input. Okay, 2 3 was the input that we used, but 3 2 is the input we got, right? We have reversed it basically. After reversing, now if you apply q operation as a pop method, then the starting element will be removed always. So in this case, if you pop this, if you use this pop operation, then we will be getting a 3 output here. Okay, we'll get 3 first here, and this will be our output. Okay, now starting with 3 3 has come. Now let's erase the 3 element here. Now 3 has gone, only 2 is present inside the stack. So let's just write it down. Now only 2 is present. Fine, now 2 is present. Now to the next operation, which is a push operation, we have to push 4. And again, whenever new push comes, we have to follow these 3 rules. Okay, now push to q2. Okay, now 3 also done. Now 4 we are doing. Now for 4 input, now okay, we'll write it down here separately. Yes, since 3 have been removed, we're going to remove this 3, and now 4 will be entered after that. Okay, 4 will be entered after this. So we are going to follow this rule for the entry of the 4 as a push operation. We will be pushing the fourth element to the q2 queue. Then we will be check if any elements are present inside the q1. Yes, these are elements present. Then we will copy that element, or we are going to pop that element to the q2. Okay, now we have a new input as 2 4 here. Now if you apply the third rule, these two elements will be copied to here. And remember, when we pop these elements, the earlier one will be popped here. So 4 will come here and 2 will come here. So as it is, the elements will be popped here. 4 and 2 have come here. Okay, now it is saying to pop now using the queue data structure. If you pop now, we will get the 4. Okay, 4 is being popped now. Now after 4 have been popped, okay, now only 2 is remaining inside the q1 now. 4 is gone, only 2 is present inside the q1. And this is the logic behind the question, and this is the approach we are going to follow while doing the code. If it is clear to you, please give us a like and subscribe our channel. If it is still not clear, let's go to the coding part, and I hope everything will be cleared after. Now we are inside the coding part here. As you can see, only queue data structure you can use. You cannot use any stack operations. Okay, in previous question there was pop and push operators there, but in this queue data structure, put and get operations are used. Put means simply adding the element. Okay, we are adding, that is put, and this dot empty operation is saying if it is empty or not. Okay, and this dot get operation is to pop the element. Okay, now the same things are being followed. We're pushing the elements to the q2 data structure, and then we're seeing if the Q1 is empty or not. If it is not empty, then we just pop all the elements one by one, and then we will be storing those values inside the Q2. The third final rule is exchanging those values. We are replacing Q1 with Q2 and Q2 with Q1. And this is a push operation for this question. I hope you have understood this part after seeing the code and also seeing the presentation. Now let's go to the pop operation or pop function here. If we have successfully implemented the push operation, all the elements should be copied into the Q1 here. So the Q1 is the queue that we are going to use for popping our elements and returning it to the compiler. Okay. Now we're checking if Q1 is empty or not. If Q1 is empty, we will return -1 to the function. If it is not empty, then we will be popping the element one by one. Okay, as many times pop will be pressed, that many times the element will be popped, and that will be returned to the function. So this is the coding, and I hope everyone have cleared their doubts till this point. If you still haven't clear, please comment down below where you're facing the problem. And thank you for watching till the end. Also, don't forget to subscribe our channel. If you have any extra email IDs, please do subscribe with those. Okay, and we'll be meeting in the next question. Till then, bye.